Yankees, pinstripes, the Yanks just lost last night in the World Series against the Dodgers 4-1. I think at this point, the writing was already on the wall when they went down 3-0. But it's still a lot to go. It's still a lot to go. This Yankees team have some good pieces. I think everybody's disappointed if you're a New York Yankees fan, pinstripe fan. I think the expectations is always to win when you get the World Series. And it's been a while since they get to this point again, but they got there with a very good hitting squad. They had Jazz, Aaron Judge, Volpe, Wells, Torres, Juan Soto, who we gonna speak on again here. But wasn't able to get it done. And so here we are in this 2024 season, having kind of had a similar same fate as the real life Yankees. We end up losing in the wild card, except that we didn't even get to the World Series. We lost in the wild card. But either way, nothing to really show for it, except a good season, which you can actually give your team credit for. I know when you don't win it all, the consensus is, oh, we failed, but that's not the case. They failed at the biggest point, but at least they showed some resiliency. I thought they was gonna at least extend it a little bit, but Game 5 was it. They wasn't even. They was up in the 8th inning. The Dodgers do what the Dodgers do, man. They get those rallies going, and they end up winning. And that's what happened. They got the early leads. Whenever they got punched, they punched back. Except when they punched, it was TKOs. It wasn't just surprise or counters. It was TKO punches. They was putting games away when they punched back. So obviously we got a lot to work on, man. Salute to all the Yankees fans. This is my second rebuild of this MLB season. I've been enjoying it. If y'all haven't, please go check out that Miami Marlins series. That's going to be one of the most in-depth series I do because I am from the Florida area. I am a Floridian, and I am a Fish fan. So we're going to really work to get the Marlins to that point where I know we are and building a system where I'm used to having with the Miami Marlins. I think we all used to as Fish fans. But right now we focus on the Yankees, man. Not a Yankees fan, but I always like watching the Yankees, and I am going to be a very big fan of the Yankees as I do this rebuild. So this season is over. We do have some top prospects. We did already complete that draft, and I will show y'all some of the prospects I drafted in that previous, not previous, but this year's draft in the actual game. We also have some of the real prospects from the actual 2024 draft. So we got Ben Hess, we got Thatcher Hurd, we got some of those pieces. So do we got Chase Hampton here, the top prospect in our system so far. Really excited to see what this pitcher turns out to. He pitched well in AAA. I can't show you guys the AAA stats, but he was a very big instrumental piece in that rotation. Spencer Jones, I think we all know, every Yankees fan is really excited about this guy. Similar to Aaron Judge, I think we might look to bring him up next year. Honestly, I think we need to bring him up next year. And the reason why, I know Juan Soto hasn't signed elsewhere, right? Here, just hear me out. It's a chance. Sorry about that. Sorry about that right there, but just hear me out, man. Spencer Jones is a replacement that can be in that outfield. I know you cannot replace Juan Soto, but it is a chance Juan Soto goes elsewhere. No matter what we may think, he's gonna get the bag, bro. He has been one of the biggest. He already has a World Series. You know, he was one of the few players on this Yankees team with a World Series already, and he won that with the Nats. So He already has that. At this point, he wants more though. Like he probably was the most disappointed player on this Yankees team, being that he already won one. And that's not. I'm not trying to knock nobody. I'm sure Jazz. I'm sure Judge. I'm sure this whole Yankees team was quietly disappointed. But you see Soto sat on the bench, watched them celebrate. Like when players do that in their head, they like, yeah, I can't wait till it's me doing this. Not just for the first time, but again, see, he already has that experience. But he was devastated, and it just shows what he's about. It should have been showed what Soto was about when he didn't take the bag in the Nats. Even though the Nats really has built their team good, and he could even go back, that would be a power move. Him leaving for them to get some leverage and get those draft picks and going back, but I don't think that happens. But it's a possibility he could do it because he is a free agent this offseason. So it's a big chance we may not be able to keep Yohan Soto here. And I'm going to proceed as if he doesn't sign back. So we won't see Juan Soto on the Yankees team. We will see him in this season. Hopefully we don't have to go against him in the World Series. But even with us losing him, I think the plan here, I like the plan I have. So Spencer Jones can be that replacement. I'm thinking about really moving him out there. We got Thatcher Hurd, who is also a pick in this actual real life 2024 draft. He is from LSU, I believe. I could be wrong, but either way, nasty pitcher, bro. Very good break on his ball, very good velocity. And we helped develop him very well at that low A. He was 2-0. And then we moved him up to Double A after Low A, and he went 2-0. And the Double A team is actually in the championship round, so they got a chance to win it all. Ben Hess is another player. He pitched. This is just the playoff stats, by the way, for this Double A. But he was like 9-4 on the year with a 3.4 ERA. And you know what's crazy? Thatcher Hurd actually progressed a little bit more, and that's because of injuries that happened to Ben Hess. It was just injuries that kept him out for about 2-3 months, and that gave Thatcher Hurd more of ability to be one of our top ace pitchers in that Double A system. And he really ran with it. Chase Hampton was very dominant at 7. I don't want to say dominant, but he was very good. He progressed well. Jason Dominguez, I think one of the most highly touted prospects in this system, was number 1 a few times. Has been going up and down. We got him at the MLB level. He performed all right. We get to get a full season under his belt this next season, so looking forward to that. We got George Lombard Jr. If y'all already know, he is a shortstop everyone is looking forward to. Since he landed in this Yankees uniform, he has been one of the highly touted prospects, and it shows why. At 18, played most of his this year in Low A. We end up moving him to Double A. Performed great, man, and he's on his playoff Double A team, playing good baseball still. Alex Vargas, the switch hitting shortstop, another player we looking forward to. The 6'7" Carlos Lagrange, I'm sorry, he is Latin, so sometimes the pronunciation is different, but Yankees fan, y'all know who this is. 6'7" pitcher monster. Then we got Tristan Vierlin, who's out of Idaho, one of the top prospects as well, pitching well. And the rest of these guys. We know about Rock Riggio. We know about Louis Cerna, the young pitcher who's going to be part of this bullpen. And Ben Rice, who's kind of already had an MLB stint, just kind of sent down to just perfect this game. So we looking forward to them. We end up losing. And we end up losing our Double A championship. So that sucks. But still, big wins for our Double A for even getting to that championship, man. Like, honestly. But for the MVP, Shohei goes in the NL. For the AL, Vladdy. Cy Young almost go to Garrett Cole, but he was a little less productive individually than Tarek Skubal, so Tarek Skubal runs away with that. Vladdy gets batting title. Luke Weaver, the Delivery Man of the Year award. He was Reliever of the Year. Rookie of the Year go to Colton Cowser. And I believe Juan Soto got a Golden Glove. Yep, Golden Glove for Juan Soto. Some of the league leaders, Aaron Judge at batting average. You either gonna walk him, man, or he's gonna hit a bomb. We know. We know what Aaron Judge do. Despite all the criticism he gets, that's what happened when you such a good player. When you have bad games, you don't. It's no benefit of the doubt. You got to be good all the time. But as long as we got Aaron Judge on this team, which we do for the next 10 years almost, we gonna be a playoff team. We gonna do everything we can, even with us losing Soto in this rebuild that I'm doing. We're still very optimistic. So I think we do extend Boone. I know a lot of Yankees fans. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but we gonna extend Boone. You can't say he's a bad manager when we just literally went to the World Series. Yeah, I know Boone got some crazy stuff about him, but that's what the Yankees do, man. That's what they do, man. So we gonna bring back Boone if we can. Let me see if Aaron Boone is here. Yep, we'll stand Aaron Boone. He gonna cost us a pretty penny though, but hopefully he signs. As far as pitching coach, I want to get good pitching coaches because the plan here is, being that we lose to Soto, I'm gonna use that money that was allocated to improve the pitching. That's what I really feel like is the most important thing here. Getting pitching. We're going to actually offer who's the best on the board, and that's Tommy Battle. Strong pitching is important, man. I know there's some strong pitching on this team, but it's not enough. It's not enough in the bullpen. It's not strong enough in the top five, in my opinion. And that's what's really going to hold us. Because Judge don't get hurt too much. Jazz might be somebody we gotta hope don't get hurt too much, but we gotta improve that pitcher. We gonna send a qualifying offer to Juan Soto, just in case. Luke Weaver played good. I give him 5 points. Nah, I'm gonna pay Luke Weaver about 4. I offer him 4.5. Gleyber Torres, we gonna let him go into the market. I can't pay him. Not even gonna send a qualifying offer because 20 million for that 1 year is too much. Clayton Holmes, I'll extend him. Even give him that role of being in the bullpen if he'll take less. But it'll be like 3.8. Or Verdugo we'll let walk. Let me see something though. If Verdugo he's only gonna cost us $3 million a year. We'll give him a 3-year deal. That's not bad. Tommy Conley, only 2.2. Let's go ahead and extend him if he's willing. But free agency day one, we already know Juan Soto gonna be on the market, but we are gonna put Chase Hampton, who could go in that Rule 5 on this 40-man. I know teams will definitely grab him. Spencer Jones as well will be on this 40-man. And these, oh yeah, I can actually show y'all some of the prospects we drafted here too. So let me just put Spencer Jones on this 40-man really quick. All right, so. Oh man, I hope we don't lose Veerlin. He's a 67, so teams might not grab him, give him that fifth man spot, but hopefully we don't need to lose him. Um, but yeah, we're gonna give these all arbitrations here. We're gonna retender most of the contracts we got. Um, as I look at this free agents, Bregman is kind of cheap here, bro. And we could put Bragg at first base. I know it's crazy being that he's on Astros, but for only $5 million a year, I'm gonna throw Bregman that deal. Another player I would like is Pete, but Pete coming to us, I don't know, man. I think he'd stay to the Mets, so I'm not gonna. If he is on the board, though, I might send him a deal, but I'm not gonna send Pete one just yet. Polar Bear Pete, but Tanner Scott, I gotta send Tanner Scott one. I know he's kind of fell off a little bit, but I'll even give him $5 million a year, and I will move him to that closer role. And I will move him to that closer role. The Padres only offering him 2.8. We see the value in him. And we can actually move Luke Weaver if he stays more to the mid rotation to give him more innings to eat up. But those are two deals we're going to send right here. We're going to get to this free agency period too. Boone is back. Let me make sure there's nobody on this 40-man. All right, so we good there. And we are at free agency day 2. We signed Tanner Scott. Luke Weaver is still floating in that market there. So Pete only has an offer from the Mets, and it's not a lot, bro. To be 30, and obviously the Mets got a lot of money tied up. So we gonna be the villains of New York and actually send Pete a deal for $9 million a year for 4 years. Give him a player option on that last one. Nah, we gonna pay him 9, no player option. We gonna give him nine a year for 4 years, and if he signs with us, man, let's see what he do though. We got 41 on that 40, man. Go ahead and release Jake Cousins, but with the budget we have here, we got a $202 million. We signed Pete, it'll be up to about 210. We still got a lot of these players we got signed to in arbitration and tender. So the budget is kind of maxed out. We got a lot of contracts we gotta eat, like Rizzo. We got DJ LeMahieu. We got Stroman that we don't really gotta eat his contract. He's still a good pitcher and somebody that would be on the scene. But we did sign Bregman. We did sign Tanner. We re-signed Holmes. So yeah, that's where we at. Is it possible to move somebody like Carlos Rodon with the money he's being paid? I don't think no team is interested in paying him $27 million. So for us to move him, possibly, I know a lot of fans gonna be mad about this, but I think we gotta move him just to free up some cap. I even throw Oswald Peraza in there, who's on arbitration. just to make this worth a team actually sending us something. And we're gonna throw Everson Pereira in there. Let's see what teams will offer. If any teams is willing to even get Rodon, like I said, 27 million a year. They needed pitching, so I understand why the Orioles would be interested. They got money. The Giants would be. The Dodgers always interested. We not gonna help the Dodgers though. The Royals are. Ooh, Jack Cag and Blake. Come on now. I'm gonna actually try to do a real deal. So they are offering a lot. We don't view Rodon as high, but and we actually do as the Yankees, but maybe not me right now. So you know what? Maybe I use that to realize that maybe we keep Rodon. Obviously, we not gonna be able to move LeMayu. So I'm actually gonna move. I'm actually gonna move Verdugo. Nah, I can't. I just extended him, so I don't think it's nobody we can really move here. Like I said, we're gonna have to eat a lot. Like Rodon is somebody we could, but should we is the key. He was pitching excellent when he was in Chicago. Part of why we sent him a deal. He did kind of fall off a little bit. But I mean, he has been having injuries. 6-16 on a year. And paying him 27. So if we do, I'm gonna make this as realistic as possible, bro. Like, in order to move a contract like this, you have to put top prospects in. You have to. So I'll throw Oswald. No, we're not gonna put Oswald in there. No, we gonna keep Oswald, not Oswaldo Cabrera in there. In order to move a contract like Rodon, you do have to have high top prospects in there. And not even throw one of our pitchers in there. Not pitchers. We don't got enough there. See any position we can do. So we'll throw Trent Grisham in there. He does have arbitration. I do know the Royals was interested. They got some cap to spend. So we'll take somebody like, we can just get like I said, we're going to make this as realistic as possible. So we can just get one of their young prospects out there. We'll take Joey Lupafito. And we'll move these three. And I know that's a lot for somebody like Joey Lupafito, but they actually take a lot of cap in doing that trade from us. That gives us a little bit better budget with these signings. When we sign most of these guys, we'll be back up to 200, but without moving Rodon, a lot of these, it was gonna get to a point where we couldn't sign these people. So we are at a point where we do have to maybe release some of these players. We kind of just loaded with players right now. And I think that's it for free agency. We tendered one already. We'll take a look later in this free agency once all arbitrations go through and stuff like that. And we actually signed Pete. We signed Pete Alonso to this team. Soto goes to the Pirates, which I think would be something Pirates to try to do. But we actually add to this team as well. That will put us at signing Pete, put us at 184. We got one more in Luke Weaver. Why not keep Luke Weaver if he wants to stay? He hasn't made the decision yet though, but we actually do well, man. So now I'm just kind of open up into some spots here. But yeah, let me actually, before we even go either further, let me show y'all some of the draft picks we got. So Luis Camacho is our second round pick. We found him discovery, as y'all can see. He's a 67 overall. Very good hit velocity and break. 5-pitch repertoire. Good hits per nine for his age. Somebody we'll look to develop. And he's out there Washington area. This is the first pick of the draft, Buster Milligan. We got the closer pitcher out of Massachusetts. He might be somebody that could be in this bullpen soon. At 22, 8 overall. Potential is very high. So is his overall. The third round pick we got was Ken Chow. The reason we got him here, he was also a player that wasn't really ranked high. A very good power, but he is versatile. He can play center. So if we need some of that help there, he can give us that help playing the center and also being an outfielder. Kirk Jackson, this is a third baseman we picked here. High potential, kind of older, so that's kind of the reason why he slipped in his draft, but still has the potential to really develop well. Durability is kind of something we gotta hope he don't get injured too much. Fielding, he has to improve, and so is hitting, but definitely look forward to seeing his development. And Carlos Rodriguez is 6'5" third baseman. We drafted him around the ending of our draft. I liked his baseball profile, and his potential was pretty good for a last round pick. In the fourth round pick of the draft, we picked Ian All at first baseman out of Virginia. Good power. That's kind of the reason we got him. First base is a position we do need to get more depth, so that's why we went there with that in the draft. So all the prospects we signed in the draft here. We'll go ahead and get to that Rule 5. All right, so Luke Weaver is not interested in signing. That's cool. We can lose him, being that we brought in Scott. We'll live with it. So we already offered all our arbitrations. Let me see what Trevino is projected to make. So we got one more year arbitration with Jose Trevino. We got Austin Wells, who we got a good amount of times is. I do think when we look at this bullpen, I mean this pitching rotation though, we do need some more pitching. We solid here. We can put Stroman at this fourth spot. Keep Cortez at 5. So we solid here. Like I said, Tanner Scott will be the closer. Maybe we go. Nah, I'm not gonna sign anybody in free agency. I do think we move one of these pitchers that we got into the bullpen. So in our prospects, so we good here. Tyler O'Neill go to the Mets. No need to look at the lottery. We know we'll be late in the draft. We not doing any Rule 5 picks, so Jack Flaherty goes to the Angels, where he's from, out of that California. Santander is at the Phillies. Burns goes to the Guardians. Max Fried goes to the Twins. And that's free agency. Some of the top names. We actually end up moving one of our players, creating more budget space for us for a potential trade if we want. So we had 211 on the year. If needed, we will make a trade for another pitcher if we need to do that. But I'm expecting that closing pitcher we draft to be the top in the organization, which he is. So Wes Milligan's #1 prospect. And I think it's time we bring up Chase Hampton, which we already do. He will be part of this pitching rotation. And maybe even Cody Petit. But we're gonna let him play fourth. Did they call up Spencer Jones here? He is on MLB roster. So is Dominguez. Okay, good. So we can let Pete DH. Good thing about Oswaldo is why I want to keep him. He can play multiple positions, so we can move him to second. Actually, we can put Jazz back to his original position, second baseman. We got Verdugo here still. We got Duke Ellis. We got Carlos Narvaez. And this is some of the preseason. Of course, we got Bragg here. And we're going to have Bragg at first baseman. And Austin Wells to give us some depth at that first base spot. Yeah, now I ain't going to spend too much time on this. It is only spring training, but I do want to kind of see how we perform. All right, so 16-14, 500 record. Chase Hampton pitched okay. Stats kind of went down a little bit with that spring training, but 3.12 ERA as a starter, pitching over he pitched 26 innings, and it's not bad. Somebody we might probably can put in that bullpen spot. Um, Spencer Jones batted at a 3 homers, 17 ribbies, 267 average. And then we got Dominguez, who batted pretty good, 278. He might be somebody we can put at lead off or at the bottom of the order, and we can put somebody like Jazz at lead off or even two spot. But yeah, solid preseason, and we are here at the regular season. So let's kind of go over our starters. They want Lucas Gill to take over the ace role. I ain't mad at that. One thing I do gotta do though is we definitely gonna have Chase Hampton. We gonna have him on the MLB roster. And I can understand why they probably moved him because we'll move E Frost. We'll move E Frost to give that space to we gonna put him in a bullpen and move Scott E Frost here. Or maybe you know what? We gonna put Bigford and just let Bigford just kind of be in AAA a little bit, and that's who we'll roll with. Double A gonna be similar. Some of these Class A we'll move. We'll put Camacho at Double A. He's his overall is high enough. So we put Milligan, K Smith. So some of these just based off age, we're gonna have some of these players just in the AAA. So that's low A. We have to sign a few more players to fill out this roster, but pitching rotation, we got Chase Hampton at in the bullpen, and we got Scott E Frost. I actually want Chase Hampton to be top of the bullpen. I want him to get a lot of work there. Ian Hamilton at mid relief, Tommy Conley and Clay Holmes, and then we got Scott as the closer, Losiaga setup and Leiter Jr. For our Double A, we got Thatcher Hurd. We gonna have to move actually one of these pitchers down. We got too many, but LeGrange, Ben Hess, Veerland, Bryce Cunningham. We'll move Camacho there. Buster Milligan is gonna be the closer. And for AAA, yeah, we gonna actually move Thatcher Hurd to AAA. AAA here. Let Ben Hess take on the ace role. We can actually move Ben Hess to AAA too. Let Salvage get out there. And then we got Landry. We could put, or we can move Bryce. Yeah, we'll move Bryce Cunningham back out there. Double A. Maybe I should just go ahead and throw Ben Milligan to Triple A. Let him go to the. Let him be first year with the Wolves. I do think that mess up his progression a little bit, but we'll let Yoanji go start, and Ben has take that fifth spot. Actually, you know what? We'll go with Beater instead of Gomez there. Lou Trevino just hasn't been able to get in because of our rotation. Tim Hill, I'm not even sure why we have him on this team right now. So let's go ahead and release him. We'll take the whatever comes. Go to free agents here. We just gotta add some pitchers. See if I can find some young orange that's probably worthy. Rodrigo Blanco, we'll sign him. Freddie Fraser, we'll sign him. Some relief arms. Maybe find some young players that maybe didn't get drafted or teams didn't retain them. We don't need nobody close to 30 in AAA. Like, we'll let players develop. Take Zach Barnes. And even Tristan Garnett, even though he's 27, bro, he is a lefty, so we'll take him. I do know we kind of thin at first base. Is there any first basemen here? Mayak Collado, we'll take him. We just trying to fill out our lower level systems, our minors. Keith Pena, we'll sign him too. Just trying to fill that out. All right, so we're gonna move some of these players to Double A, and move a few to Triple A. I mean Low A. All right. So I know we kind of spend a lot of time. All of these levels matter. That's why we spending so much time on them. We're gonna let Spencer Jones start. We'll put Verdugo, as good as a bat he is, we'll have him as a bench. Have him platoon. Worst case, if we not getting a lot of Spencer Jones, we'll switch the roles. But Dominguez, we want to start too. No way we letting Juan Carlo start at right field. We have to DH Juan Carlos Stanton, have Bregman playing second base. So we're going to have Cabrera, Oswaldo, Trevino, Yorbit Vivas, and Verdugo on the bench. And that's a solid bench because those are players that can still be very good, keep us competitive when players need a break. So this who we rolling with. I want to keep Volpe at. I'm gonna put. Dang, I got Volpe low. But I'm gonna keep Volpe. I want to put Jason Dominguez at leadoff. It's kind of early to do something like that, but I want him to get a lot at bats. If he struggles, we'll move Volpe back. But I can't put Austin Wells at 9 spot. And no way we gonna have Pete hitting this low. Well, the top of the order look crazy, man. We got some hitters, bro. We got some hitters, man. So that's what we rocking with. And we all set. We will be getting ready. Pitching rotations for AA. We already kind of went over. We got Will Thatcher, Cody Petit Beater, and then Ben Hess. For AA, we got Brock Selvage, Tristan Vierlin, Carlos Agranje, Luis Camacho, and Bryce Cunningham. And then we got Boston Milligan at closing. So we need to move a lot of these players to AA. We need more position players. So we just gonna sign the rest of these, some prospects. Then we're gonna get this season started around the midway point, like 30, 20 games in. Actually, by one month in, we'll take a look at where we at with this team as far as the MLB level. Take a look at some prospects, see where we at on the season. But yeah, we just gonna sign a few more players to fill out the team. MLB is all set. That's the lineups we running with. All right, so we actually 1 month in, 8.5 games back in the AL East. Not playing good at all, bro. Not playing good. Changes might be needed. Garrett Crochet is on the trade block, only making 2.9. Let's see what they will want. Bruh, they want all of that. Judge, Volpe, and Gill. Come on, dog. Can we work something out here? I know this might be crazy, but how about we start here? We'll throw Austin Wells in there. Because we actually getting a pitcher for them. We'll throw Chase Hampton in. That's not gonna be. They not. Or this. I don't think it's gonna be possible to really trade for him. It's not going. We don't have any A-level prospects that Volpe, and he's not really moving the needle for him. So Crochet is somebody we probably not gonna be able to get. I obviously want somebody on his level. So I think we just roll with it for now. I would like Crochet, man, but as y'all can see, this is what we have to give up to get him, and that's not happening, bro. We we losing pitching doing that. Let's see if there's any other teams we can maybe look. Just take a look and see. Somebody like Hunter Brown would be nasty, but Marlins have tons of pitchers. I think we wait a little bit. We are 14-20 on the year. If I get to a point where we start to fall back to, we will stop and really look at the trades we can make. But we'll just see. It's like a new squad, kind of more new face. So we'll see how we do this a month here. Hopefully we don't fall, and I'll make sure we don't fall back too behind if we do. So much better. Still 10 games back. Orioles is dominating the division so far. We are moving at a 500 record here. Obviously, we still will need some help as far as pitching. And as you look at our rotation, Lucas Gill at ace. Nestor Cortez is doing all right. Garrett Cole is doing all right. The pitching isn't that bad as I thought, but we still losing games. So obviously it might be lineups. We end up moving Bregman to the bench. So have we with Spencer Jones. So I mean the pitching isn't as bad as I thought. So we probably can wait a little bit. We are getting to the point where we almost 500 on the season. So we improved a lot, started winning more, but this next month really means it's crucial here in June. So hopefully we can really put stuff together. If not, we really gonna have to look to try to do a blockbuster trade for a pitcher. Maybe Garrett Crochet. I don't know if we can move anything, but it's gonna be. So at this midway point here, we got draft in 13 days. We got All-Star Weekend coming up. And they got Garrett Crochet back on the trade block. Are we able to move some of these pieces from earlier? I'm willing to move them. So we got Volpe, Verdugo. But man, it is tough to get Garrett Crochet. They are really interested in Lucas Gill. I think we do it though. Unfortunately, we gonna move Gill to the Sox. We move Anthony Volpe as well. We'll put Jazz Chisholm at shortstop. I think Bregman, we gotta move here. He's just not being productive. We'll even throw Bigford in his deal to move Bregman if anybody's interested. We could bring in maybe a shortstop, being that we did lose Volpe to get Garrett Crochet over here. We traded our lefty in Rodon, so we not trading to the Orioles. That's who we actually are trying to compete with. We'll send him back to the we'll send him back to the Astros for 2 prospects. Somebody like Jose Trevino can be moved. Whatever team is kind of looking for a center, maybe. Ooh, Tristan McKenzie. Let's get Tristan McKenzie in here. We can get McKenzie. We'll do it straight up. We're gonna bring in Tristan McKenzie here. Spencer Jones, torn MCL. He's out for the year. This is his stat line: 7 home runs, 28 ribbies. No more Spencer Jones this season. So don't got too much depth here to really move. Um, nah, we not signing your Shrimpsy to a big deal. All right, so pitching rotation no longer got. We do got Ryan Presley though in that deal, but we'll put Garrett back at ace. Smith at 2. Garrett Crochet, I'm sorry, as the ace. McKenzie at the 5 spot. We do got Presley. We got some bullpen orange that we can move. Let me just look at the trade block. Is there any shortstop? So you can go. Willie Castro is available. So is Jose Caballero. Being that we don't got Volpe. They'll take Ben Hess, Camacho. Oh, we do got Cabrera though, so let's trade for Adrian Del Castillo here. And I'll move some of these bullpen orange that we don't like. Scott Efros. Could use a center who could back us up. They want a second baseman. We don't really have good. We do got a relief pitcher. We'll throw Mark Leiter Jr. in there too, to get some catching help. And we had too many pitchers here. We'll put Ryan Presley at setup. Jonathan Losiaga For lineups, that just means that Oswaldo will be more of a starter. We can move some players up now that Spencer Jones is out for the year. Ooh, 17 saves on the year. Let's see. Do we got any positional players? Lombard Jr. not ready yet. Everson Pereira is hurt. Burn Rice. So we'll move Ben Rice up. Um, see who's in free agents. Kevin Pillar is there. How much would he want? He doesn't cost too much. Just 2.5. We'll bring it Kevin Pillar there. Just as some depth. It may be even Connor Joe. But I think we'll be good right now because we do got some players that'll be back with injury. So we do beef up that starting lineup. We got Tristan McKenzie at the 5 spot. We moved Stroman to the bullpen. Along with Chase Hampton. At leadoff, we'll put Jorbit Vivas here. And we'll let Castillo play some outfield. So the roster don't look as good as you probably would want right now with some of these injuries. And then we move Volpe, who I know is a big part. Is what I think to get Greer Crochet, who we will have in arbitration years, it's worth it, man. Being that we can sign some big names, positional players, and at least have an elite pitcher that's already in the system that give us kind of a leverage. Look, most of these players is hurt, man. All right, so that's who we gonna run. See how these do. Draft day is coming up, so we'll be back with that. But hopefully we can start getting more wins. We are in a dire need of that. So we make some moves. A few injuries happening. We did get Garrett Crochet, who we've been trying to get. We just made it happen without having Aaron Judge in there. But we did have to lose Gill, so we lost either way, and we lost a Volpe, but could be a win. Here. All right, we got draft day coming up here. We have been scouting well, so we will have some good prospects on the board here. We are riding the fringe of this wild card spot. Obviously, we don't want to be in a wild card spot. But it's kind of what's happening right here. Pete Crow Armstrong is available here. And this is what we have to move: Chase Hampton and Lombard Jr. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. To get Pete Crow Armstrong over here. We'll get them Jonathan Losiaga, Chase Hampton. And then we'll throw a Holly. How do they look at that position? I want to just make sure these trades are realistic. Losiaga will be a free agent next year. No better time than moving him in this scenario. I'm not saying that he's not good, just to improve the team, that'll be good. And we'll get him Oscar Gonzalez. Probably not is maybe you have to throw a little bit more, but we gonna go ahead and make that big move before the All-Star break here. And that's who we gonna roll with. We got Pete Crow Armstrong, being that Spencer Jones is gonna not be back until next year. We are riding on that level, being a playoff team. So Jorbit Vivas is batting okay. Good arm, if good fielding though. That's why we kind of got him at shortstop. But yeah, that's where we at. 12 games back. Best, I mean, unless we really get on a crazy streak, maybe we looking at a wild card shot. But we got this draft here, which we gonna focus on for now. With the 22nd pick in the first, we got that comp from losing Soto, so we got 2 second-round picks, and we got a 97 third-round pick, 127 fourth, 157 fifth, and 187 sixth. So this was the first on our board. We got Vinny Derdorf, not even scouted. It's a top prospect. We discovered him. We probably go with somebody like Tim Gomes first, being that we can get him later. We got Lamont DeMonte, who we also have as a prospect that's high, that's not even on the boards. Zach Williams is another one. Vaughn Shepard. Look at all these players we discovered. McDermott does have an injury there, so we just gotta keep that in mind. Larry Lloyd looks good, but that's who all we got. We want to get most of these players y'all see here. And as always, we're gonna look at these top 5 picks, see who they get first through 5. With Angels at number 1, Sox at 2, Rockies at 3, A's at 4th, and then we got the Pirates, who just signed Soto in that off season with the 5th. Jim Schaefer, projected 8, number 9th ranked on our board. They go with him number 1. Obviously, they like what they saw. Next pick goes Amos Berg, the number 1 pick in the draft, who actually slips to the White Sox. So, real good pick by the White Sox, man. And they drafted a very good pick in that previous season that we had. So, Charles Fong, number 3 on the board, number 3 on our board, and he goes true to his rank. Rockies pick him up. I think 1 through 3 been some solid picks. We'll take a look at each of those prospects' actual ranking at some point of the season. Juan Manuel, number 5 on our board, number 7 on MLB, goes to the A's at 4th. And number 5, Kerry Hernandez, 9 on the board for the MLB, 8 for us. Pitcher goes to the Pirates. So yeah, no Tim Gomes for us. We're gonna go Vinny Daredolph here first. Starting pitcher. Opted out, but we like what we saw so far from him, and our pitching scout is real good. Number 2 on the board, we're gonna go Austin Clark here. These players that you discover, you kind of got to get them fast, especially pitchers, because they can get a lot of teams looking at pitchers. So we go Lamont Demont here. Dang, we lose all these guys, man. Antoine McDermott is here. We got Leo Beasley, who we scouted high. Charlie Stadman. We're gonna go McDermott here, man. Hopefully, if Leo Beasley could fall, we'll be happy. And he does, man. We go Leo Beasley after him. Obviously, it is some injury scare with McDermott, but with that pick, I don't think we really lose. Shortstop. So there's nobody that we scouted on the board. It is some relief pitchers. We do have Ken Cockrell on our board. We didn't scout too much, but we do know a little bit about him, which will make that pick a little easier. And I think with the catchers, we just want to go with whoever's highest. We need to bring in a catcher here, maybe. We do got Rob Worth here. We'll go with Rob Worth. Shortstop out of Georgia. And we said we make this draft done. We assign these players. Taking on the team, we just got Garrett Crochet with, and he's starting against him. Make that Pete Crow Armstrong trade. Now it's just a matter of us performing well, seeing how our prospects are looking after we sign them, and the prospects we already have on the team. So. All right, so we just passed the deadline. We already made big trades. We didn't do anything specifically at that deadline. We got an offer for Michael Confronto and Joe Adele for Oswaldo, but Oswaldo played multiple positions. We can't move him, and we still performing just okay with all the money we spent in that free agency. We are on the potential of maybe not being able to sign these prospects we got. We signed at least 4 of them, but these other 2, we probably just have to offer a little bit more money to. Leo Beasley, we do. Like I said, I would rather sign these players. But Ken Cockrell, he doesn't sign, so we end up signing 5 out of 6. Still good. But that's where we at. Let's take a look at our prospects before we look at our draft prospects and how good they are. Buster Milligan, he has 24 saves in Double-A, 4.7 ERA. So we'll let him keep developing there. Luis Camacho, 6-6, 3.93 ERA. Getting better though. Thatcher Hurd at Triple-A, 9-7, 2.98 ERA. Pitching pretty solid. So is Ben Hess at an 8-6 record, 4.1 ERA though. Just gotta work on that. Will Warren 4.9, not having the best as far as win loss, but ERA is higher than both. Hold on, let me see. So it's a little higher than Hess, but Thatcher Hurd has the top ERA and he's pitching the best. So George Lombard Jr. at Double-A, hitting very solid. Almost at a 300 batting average, 8 home runs, 37 ribbies. And then we got Alexander Vargas hitting pretty solid in AAA. Perez still hurt. Virulent is in that AA 5-7 with the 3.26. Lagrange is not pitching the best as far as win loss and his ERA, so Ken Chow is getting better in that low A. Power is going up. Ian Aller in that AA, 8 homers, 18 ribbies, 2.6 ERA, so good, some good. Carlos Navarez is doing pretty well in that AAA at catcher. But let's take a look at our draft picks. First pick, we went with Vinny Daredoff. He is an 85 actual potential, 63 overall, 18. He's from the DR, lefty. Velocity is the highest of his pitching stats so far, but we went here because the pick we wanted ended up getting picked once again before us. So Austin Clark, another pitcher we found in Discovery. Good velocity, good break, 4-pitch repertoire, 18 as well. He is a righty. DeMont, boy, we got a steal here. At second base is nasty, bro. He might be in MLB by next year. Real good plate vision, good fielding, good speed, good contact. He might be somebody we plug in at that second base position next year, especially with having to trade Volpe. And Twan McDermott, his injury didn't affect him too much, but only a C potential, 57 overall. Good fielding. Good arm. Just got to develop him. Leo Beasley, switch hitter, good contact, good durability, so he'll be available, but just need some stats. And Rob Worth, last pick of the draft, probably should have been with what we got there. So, I heard Palmer, nasty closing pitcher. What a pick for the Rays there. And they back that up with another good pick. All green, all blue, with Chad Casilla. That's a great pick. 294s for them. Tim Gomes, this is who we was interested in getting. He went to the Red Sox. We actually get a better pick again. Even though we lose, it's 2 drafts in a row where we lose a player 1 pick before us, and we end up getting a better player in the long run. So as far as potential, it just depends on how they perform, who's better. But potential and stat wise, we win. Yoder, yeah, Orioles still pick good though. Giants don't do that well. Neither does the Padres. Charles Fong, nice pick. They pair him up with Condon, who they have already. Will Hackman, a second baseman, nice pick. Very good draft from the Rockies. Kerry Hernandez. You see him there. Reds don't pick good with that first draft pick. Antonio Gonzalez, though. Ooh, nasty, boy. These closing pitchers was nasty. We probably should have went him. He's from this area. We probably should have went with Gonzalez. He's from New York, too, man. What pick was he? I wish they'll let you see that exact pick, but to see if they picked him before us or after. So he was a first round pick though. Rosales, nasty pitcher out of Venezuela. They counter him up with Danny Day, and then they get Jackie King. They go 3 pitchers. That's all nasty, bro. Great drafting by the Mets there. Theodore, man, we was looking at him a little bit. Mariners go with him. Juan Manuel is a very good outfielder. Almost close to generational, but he's still going to be very good for the A's. Jim Schaefer, so that's what it is as far as that. Almost Berg, though, this is the number 1 pick in the draft they got, and you see why. Almost a generational player, very good pick for the White Sox. So they win there. We do well. Now it's time to finish out this season. We'll be back with some September call-ups, but We just gotta perform now. Better in this ending part of the season, getting close to that playoff. The only bad thing is I don't really have too many players I'm looking to call up. Evanson Pereira is healthy now, so we can call up him. But a lot of my prospects I want to keep letting develop. I know there's only September call ups, but it's still who do we got hurt on the MLB roster? So we still got Spencer Jones. That's it. So yeah, we kind of do got to call up. Why not bring up Bierlin, maybe? Lombard is performing very good. We'll call him up. And then we'll bring up Cameron Eden, who can play every position besides first base and center. We'll call them up. But as far as our pitching rotation, Crochet comes in, give us that much needed help, and he helps the rest of the bullpen. McKenzie is doing well at that 5 spot. He is a New York native. We had to bring him home, so he is pitching well. Tanner Scott at the save role has 28 saves, 2.7 ERA, only lost one and won one as well. When we take a look at our lineups, Dominguez is killing it, man. He is very good at the leadoff. Jazz is followed behind him with a few more ribbies than him. Way more homers, though. Judge has 103 ribbies. MVP candidate. Giancarlo is a great DH. Pete Alonso is giving us what we need. I think we moved him up in order, though. I would expect a little more ribbies. Pete Crow Armstrong was a real good addition here. Austin Wells is doing well. Oswaldo and Jorbert Vivas is doing well. So very well there. We got a few more games in September until we get to this October postseason. Like I said, we have improved a lot around this crunch time. That's what you like to see, but we still got to make the playoffs here. Jazz just got hurt. Oh my, man. And he's out for 1 to 2 months, bro. Like, you cannot make this stuff up, man. So we'll put Lombard there. Man, that's a crazy time to lose Jazz, man. 8.5 games back at the second spot in the wild card, man. The Royals is right there with us, and they want it just as bad as we do. And we end up losing a very vital piece in our lineup. which actually causes us to call up another player. We'll bring up Vargas. Another switch hitter. Give us some depth. Dominguez gets hurt. Oh my. That is crazy, bro. He's been getting hurt this whole season too, and he's out for 1 to 2 months. Like, you cannot make this up, bro. We losing all of our players to injuries, man. At the worst time possible. That was the leadoff hitter we had. Uh, We're gonna have to move Cabrera to leadoff. Dog, this is crazy how we losing everybody to injuries. We got a few more games left in this season. I hope we can finish strong, man. Thought we just called up someone. Who? Oh yeah, I forget. I'm just calling up anybody at this point just to fill out the roster. At this point, I'm just calling up anybody just to have this roster filled. Oh my gosh. Not Oswaldo gets hurt. What is going on with this training style, bro? And this might really start costing us this season playoff run. We somehow are still able to sneak into the wild card, but we got a lot of players out, bro. So I don't know how this playoff appearance is gonna go for us. But y'all seen it right before your eyes. Players just going down after player after top player. Every time we replace them with someone, they go down. That's crazy, bro. But Hank Aaron Award go to the man, A Judge. Deserve it. MVP goes to Aaron Judge. He carried. Batting title goes to Aaron Judge. And Triple Crown. Aaron Judge won 4 awards. That's how you bounce back after such a bad performance he had in that playoff last year. He shows us, man, he's still a dog, bro. 32, man. 127 ribbies, bro. Only struck out 139 times and 564 bats. Nasty, bro. And like I said, as long as we got Judge on this team, we got a big chance of building this team into a contender. And the good thing about it, with such a good season, it don't go to waste. We somehow still get into the playoffs, even with a lot of injuries. I'm happy for the team for doing that. Judge is leading in batting average. He's leading in ribbies. He's leading in slugger percentage. He's leading in on base percentage, and he's leading in wins above replacements. Just nasty season. This is like, bro. This is like the type of seasons Mike Trout was doing, except we made the playoffs by doing it. Like, Mike Trout wasn't making the playoffs some of the times he was winning MVPs, but he was just killing it all around, and that's exactly what Judge do. We take a look at our injured list. Look at this, man. Spencer Jones, our highest prospect, one of our top 5 prospects who we called it this year, gone for the season. Jazz will be out for 25 more days. If we get deep into the playoffs, he will return. Jason Dominguez is out for the playoffs for the most part, unless we get to that championship. Lombard Jr. is out with a torn calf. Christopher Familia is out, broken shin. It's just, man. the good thing about it, we got Pete Crow, we got Everson Pereira, we signed Pete Alonso, who stepped it up a little bit. Juan Carlo has been nasty. Oswaldo's been giving us that depth we need. Yorbit Vivas is a very good defensive shortstop for us. And I think that gives us an opportunity to bring in somebody like Ben Rice. Who can we have at shortstop? We don't even got a second baseman really we can use right now. So that means we're gonna have to have Ben Rice play second base. For this postseason. Let me actually add him as a second baseman so they'll actually allow him to play it. So we can't add any more players to the roster, and we don't got any more playoff spots to really add. Oh, we do got DJ LeMahieu though, but man, his overall is shot. So we gonna let Ben Rice move to second base. That might throw his overall down a little bit, but we taking on the Mariners in his first wild card spot. We got Garrett Crochet up. They got Logan Gilbert. They just made it just as us. So they definitely hungry to win this just as much as us. So let's go. Garrett Crochet, we good to go. Obviously, I didn't mean to go all the way in the game, but we will get to that sim screen and watch this game from the box score level. Taking on a good Mariners team, good enough to make the wild card, just like us. So we can't overlook them. We just gotta keep playing good baseball. Hopefully, we can get further in this playoff to get some of our players back, bro.
Baseball fans, and welcome. We've got the American League Wild Card Series on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners.
So y'all see it. Whoever wins, take on Baltimore, who've been dominating. They've been beating us a lot in this series. In this season. So we'd like to get some revenge on them in the postseason if we can. Let's get started.
Now the left fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Here comes a pitch. Outside. In the series.
I don't know what I got us into. I clearly went too further in. So let's try to hurry up and get this done. Alright, there we go. So I got it set to simulate. We go Juan Carlo. Oh, let's go, Wells. Austin Wells, y'all know he turned into a monster in the playoffs, and that's what he's doing. Gives us 2 runs in that second inning, Oh, man. Garrett Crochet is kind of falling apart here, bro. They put up 6 on Crochet. That's not what we want to see. So we are bringing a new pitcher here. Um, we'll let Ian Hamilton come out here. He gets smacked around. Clay Holmes will get out there. They put up 9 runs, man. There's no way we're going to be able to really bounce back. So we lose that first game. Started out strong. Ended up getting dominated. Back against the wall. Judge kind of had some of those postseason woes still. Didn't hit too well, but still got a chance here. So we got George Kirby we going against, who's an elite pitcher, so it ain't going to be any easier. We do got Garrett Cole up, who pitches pretty solid in the playoffs.
Play ball.
Let's see. Can we at least send this to 3 games and get us a chance to make that next round? Let's go. We got to run up. Let's go. 3-0. That's what we need. Garrett Cole gives up 1. We make them make a pitch and change. We put in another run. Let's put Tanner Scott out there to close this game out. And that's exactly what he do. And we end up going to a 3rd game in this wild card series. Hopefully we can take this one home. Way to bounce back there. We beat a real good pitcher in George Kirby. And we respond with our back against the wall. So taking on Brian Wu here. We got Nestor Cortez here at the starting position. Just thinking, do we want to go with Nestor Cortez or maybe do we go with Smith? We gonna let Nestor start out there. Worst case, we bring in Smith. But let's go. 2 runs first inning. Oh my gosh. And look at that. Oh my god. Oh my. Nestor gets smacked that first inning. We gotta bring in Smith.
Number 36, Clark Schmidt.
Oh my gosh, they dominating us, bro. They are dominating us, man, and we are a few innings away from going home in this postseason.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 0, Marcus Stroman.
And we lose in the wild card, which we shouldn't have even ended up. This season is over, man. Such a good season by Aaron Judge. Least or nothing, man. Losing that wild card in 3 games. Disappointed to say the least, but this will be the episode. We will bounce back in this next off season. We will make some changes needed, and really look at this Yankees team and see what is absolutely needed. Obviously pitching is something, but we made big moves for pitching. This bullpen has to get more stronger, though. I know that for sure. But we do got to keep in mind a lot of our players was injured. So, I mean, depth is something we going to really invest in this year to make sure if injuries happen, we not shot to the fence like this. Still could have won that series, though. No excuses. Just wasn't able to get the job done. Pitching failed us in that 3rd game and in that 1st game. Started out strong. Just weren't able to finish. So the bounce back is all we need to do, man. This is this Yankees rebuild first episode. We'll be doing 5 seasons of this until we hopefully we win a World Series or it's not a success, but we will be being very aggressive to make sure. So we got another episode coming. Looking forward to getting this World Series and that too. Hopefully this next episode we can get it. But like I say, we just gotta make sure we invest in that depth, invest in that pitching and much more. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm out, man.